Hello, this is Lolly. Welcome back. In January, I was able to go to Creativation, which is the annual event hosted by AFCI. You may be more familiar with calling them CHA, but they have changed their name to AFCI, and that's Association for Creative Industries. While I was there, I had the privilege of taking a class by Seth Apter, and this was not my first class by him. And I think it was called Radiant Rust. And so what we did was we made this background here, which I'm going to see if I can zoom in and get some light on there. Can you see that? It's got like this, well, it's many, many, many layers. And we just kept working and working and building onto this background. And I just love the effect here. One of Seth's favorite things to say is more is more. In other words, we think, less is more and don't keep working a piece of mixed media. But in this case, it really built it up and made it beautiful. It was on a nice sturdy paper, but I decided to stick it onto chipboard to make it even more firm so I can hang it. And then the second part of the class was we painted this piece of paper here, backed it onto black cardstock, and used some of his stamps. Let's see if I can find those. Use some of these stamps here that he designed. And we were sitting next to, there was for every two people, there were two stamp sets, and we used both sets, but then each of us took one set home, and this is the one that I got. So I used some of the Delicata inks on this, but I knew that I didn't want to just put it together. I wanted to bring it home and work on it more here. So what I was thinking is that I want to off-center this. So let me get my double-sided tape. And this is tape that I showed recently in a giveaway I did for this tape from the Yazy Craft company. Now let's see what I do with my little ruler. Here it is. Now I have this material here, this ribbon, but it's kind of like a soft burlap, and I thought I might just bring that right across here like that. But I think what I'm going to do is layer some things under it first. Now I was given this by one of my friends, and I'm going to try this for the first time. This is Liquid Fusion Clear Urethane Adhesive, Woodstone fabric, because I was looking for something a little more liquid this time. And since this is, it's bumpy, so it would be kind of hard just to use a regular glue on there, I thought. Okay. Now, I guess since I have it out, I might as well just keep using it on my other things here. I have some pieces that I had just gathered. Try and now I want you to realize that one of the things I'm doing here is I'm not being too overly particular. I think sometimes we spend too much time agonizing, because if it's off balanced, I'll just add something somewhere else to increase the balance on it. I just covered the little birdie up there. Like I said, I'm going to put this here, and I have this metal key I think I'm going to add right there. I think right about here would be better to bring balance to the force. Got some cogs. Notice I'm going off the borders here and not just staying within that border. Now I think I'm going to remove this for a reason. I do want to get a little balance between where this starts and ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right about there. I think I might move it like 4.5, right there. Now I've used this before, and I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac, and I do notice that the glue does seep through to the other side. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to try and get it a little more even here. So as it seeps through, it's not just splotchy. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a while before I put that key on there. And like I said, I've used this before. It's splotchy because of the glue, but then it dries a little different. So we'll see how that works out. I've never glued it onto a painted surface, so we'll see. Okay, so that has dried, and like I said, you can see because it's got holes, it's porous, you can see the Fabri-Tac through it. So that's why I wanted to make sure I had a nice firm or even coat on there. But it also helps to darken the ribbon. So as before it was pretty light, this gives it a nice darker aged look, which is really helpful to me. And then I've used the Better Ultimate Adhesive, the Fast Dry. I put a strip across there, a strip on the key, and let it set for a minute. And now I'm going to add that to my project. Now, this part from here to here will set well. This part's kind of sitting up a little bit, so I'm not so worried about that as long as it gets stuck on there. I'm just pushing that down into place. And that is going to be it. I think I'm done for now, but I do notice that in my own personal experience, many times I come back and I look at it the next day and I might add something else to it, like maybe in this corner, who knows, but I just know the weight of this ribbon and the key help to kind of balance the fact that there's so much going on up there. So I like that I added it to something nice and firm, and it gives me the ability to hang that up. I'm just going to kind of move this around here and let you see the colors in there. Such fun stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, one thing else I might want to add is that I could use some background stamps, like maybe to add something to this here instead of just gluing something on there. Who knows? But I'm really happy with the set and love the class. Thank you for watching.